So, after a few weeks with Ineffa, where am I at? Do I regret my pulls? Am I happy with her place on my team comps? What's her future potential? Let's take a look at how much I've invested so far in this character since the time of pulling. We are at 2320 attack, about 20 EM. We got 90% crit rate, 190% crit damage, 144 ER. So for her artifacts, we're running TOM for the 20% attack increase to the team members and the shield strength, which kind of does help a little bit. Honestly, I think shielded characters are kind of underrated nowadays. They're not a necessity, but they do kind of help you in some rotations if you need to be, charge attacking with Nuvolette, or in a team where I use her with Ineffa, kind of helps them kind of not get out of their rotation. When it comes to my talents, we did end up doing 1-10-10, which is not necessarily what I recommend everybody to do. I only double crown because I enjoy this character. I would only really recommend leveling up the skill, which is Brigida. Just do, that's going to be the chunk of doing your damage. The ult does have really good scaling, so if you wanted to eke out a little bit more damage, leveling this up second, it would definitely go skill, then burst, and then, you don't have to level up normal attacks. You're not going to be normal attacking with this character as she does most of her kit is just off-field focus. When it comes to one of her passive skills, though, you don't need a level of talent for this, right? But she does end up providing your team with a little bit more EM for about 20 seconds, which is not nothing. It's not a crazy amount, but it's not nothing for sure. Some of the main selling points for kind of pulling Ineffa is to kind of have access to Lunar Charge, right? Which is more like an enhanced electrocharge reaction, which is, we're definitely going to be seeing more and more of these enhanced reactions going into Not Cry. So having access to that was a huge selling point. Really, I think the thing that most people are kind of sleeping on is the fact that she's just an off-field damage dealer and kind of an off-field support, on top of providing you with a decent sized shield for some of your characters that might want a shield. In a game like this, having off-field supports be able to do damage, but also do off-field application, right? So then you can enable, an on-field character, enhance their reaction, provide them with an aura to react to, is really underrated. The main team I've really been running her is this kind of Aoife, Aurora, and Taser comp here, but you could easily replace, Farina with Xing Cho. You can kind of just run any kind of Taser comp here. And I have Aoife kind of driving reactions up. But you could also run a 4-star comp like this. Sucrose kind of driving the reactions. She does her own off-field application that does count towards creating Lunar Charge reactions. So as long as you have any kind of Hydro application, right, you have basically an Ineffa core for Taser here. Ineffa definitely slots into more than just Taser comp. Her entire kit is based off of Taser, sure, but because again she does off-field application and she has a shield, you can fit her in a lot more than just a Taser comp for funsies. You can run some variation of Hyper Bloom with Ineffa. You could also run an Overload comp with Ineffa. One of my favorite teams that I've been running in the open world a lot ever since I got Ineffa has been this kind of AFK skill bot team, where you have just so many reactions going on. You have Overload, you have Melt, right? You have Vape, you have Freeze, you have Superconduct, and then you also have Lunar Charge, of course. And so this has been pretty fun. Not necessarily some meta composition. It's not the only iteration of the AFK team, but it's definitely been a really fun AFK team to run. So overall, how satisfied am I when it comes to getting Ineffa? Honestly, pretty satisfied. So far with playing her, she's unlocked a lot of different kind of team comps, or let me play around a lot of team comps I haven't really played around with before. Sure, also, it is kind of always a gamble to be pulling on characters in hopes that they work out in future team comps when we don't even have these characters here, right? We don't have the reactions that are available. We don't have artifacts, all those things for sure. And worst comes to worst, if she, kind of falls off of being part of some of these really important team comps, I just have a 5-star official at the end of the day. I have a 5-star official that I enjoy the character design, I enjoy the character lore, I enjoy her story. And so honestly, overall, I don't think it's going to be a pull I'm going to come to regret. But if I do, you'll definitely hear me talk about it for sure. And that's pretty much going to wrap up my very first character impression / pull video on the channel. If you liked the video, please give it a like. Comment below if you did or did not pull Ineffa, why or why not. I would love to hear your guys' opinion on it. And make sure to sub to the channel, as we're going to be doing a lot more content in the channel, and Not Cry is right around the corner. So expect a lot of awesome videos then, okay? Until then, thanks for watching the video. Stay warm and well fed, and be kind to each other, okay?